Hey guys, Malachite here. This is going to be Saturday night movie review night. This is an idea that I had, and like I said, this won't totally be a pagan channel, so this might not be of interest to you. So if it's not something you have to watch. Some of the films may be pagan related. Excuse me. So if they are, then it might be interesting. So hopefully there will be at the beginning a nice montage. It's like da 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 of movies and action and explosions and sad moments and things. But for now, you get this. Awesome. Okay, so moving into the film that we are doing this evening, I have a little trouble getting this to show up on the screen. This is a fair use image, so hopefully it'll show up this time. There we go. The movie that I'm reviewing tonight is called The Babadook. This was a Kickstarter film, which means this was not funded by any studio. This was done completely by independent filmmakers and funded by the film watchers, the people that wanted this film to be made. They based it on the synopsis they were given, and then they donated money, and enough money was made, so the film was made. The budget on the film was $2 million, and it made $5.4 million at the box office. So, low budget film. Definitely made their money back at the box office, and that is because it is a fantastic film. Came out in 2014, and it was made in Australia, so it's an Australian film. Now, this is a psychological thriller, and it stars, I'm having to read because I can't remember all of this, it stars Essie Davis and Noah Wiseman as the mother and son. They're the two main characters. The production company is Causeway Films, and it's distributed by Synthetic Media, E1 Films International, and IFC Films. So, basically, what you're looking at here, I watch a lot of horror films, so you're going to see a lot of horror, action, drama, documentaries, period type films, war movies, things like that, anime films, things like that being, that was my phone, sorry, things like that being reviewed on here. Very rarely do I watch love romantic films, sorry guys, but if there's a romantic film that you really want me to review, you can ask me, and if it's on Netflix, and it's one, because sometimes I'll end up liking them, so if it's one you want me to review, maybe you're thinking about watching it and you want me to watch it, you can go ahead and ask, and I will try to watch it and see if I like it, because I might. So anyway, back to this film. It is a psychological horror film, directed again by Jennifer Kent. And there was another director, I don't want to leave, that was the producer. Okay, directed by Jennifer Kent. And what happens basically is the young boy, he's kind of a troubled young boy anyway, and I'm not going to give away very much of the plot at all because I cannot stand spoilers in some films. And with this film, I don't want to spoil much of the plot because it will ruin the film. So basically, he's kind of a troubled young boy, and in his wardrobe, it's always a wardrobe, isn't it? Anyway, in his wardrobe he finds a book, and it's about a character called the Babadook. And so the Babadook becomes his imaginary friend. And that's never good in a film like this either. So, or sometimes in real life if you believe in ghosts. So, not saying he's a ghost, because anyway, you just have to see the film, which you will, because it's really good, I swear. So, it kind of just starts snowballing from there. With the mother is already having issues, she's got issues too. They're a really dysfunctional family, and this whole Babadook nonsense that starts happening just really just starts snowballing down. downhill. And so they're not only playing on the psychological issues of a real family that are there, they're playing on psychological issues that would be normal fears of people, especially children. Open closets at night, where kids are afraid of open closets because it's dark. It's you can't see what's in the back of it at night. I don't particularly like open closets at night. I don't know why. Under the bed, it's dark. Kids don't like it under there at night. Basements, pretty much 95% of the world does not like under the bed or under basements at any time of the day because it's dark. You can't see, and human beings have this intense fear of what we can't see. So, so they play on that a lot, but not in a cheesy way, in a very, very well thought out way that reaches into your psyche and plays with you and makes you think about the way you're afraid of those things and makes you anxious and afraid. And that's where the psychological horror comes in. It plays with the fear of going insane, which everyone I think has some small fear of that. Maybe not everybody, I don't know. Some people do, and it does play with that. With the fear of getting hurt, with the fear of hurting someone else, to a marginal degree. Not, hi kitty. Not in in a horror movie kind of way. Sorry, I always look off when I'm thinking, so it looks like I'm looking at nothing. I apologize for that. You can get a lot of my profile in my videos. So, it's a very hard movie to explain, but it's definitely psychological. There are horror movie moments. There's a little bit of gore, not a lot. There's some disturbing imagery, definitely there's disturbing imagery, but it's not a hack and slash film at all. It is psychological and there's not disturbing imagery to the degree of like a movie like Saw, which I consider to be a psychological thriller, because the gore is not what scares you in that film, it's the psychological aspect of it. But it's not a movie like Saw. It's not going to take you to that kind of place in an uncomfortable sense. It's going to take you to a place where you are 5 years old and you're afraid to look under the bed. That's the kind of fear that this is going to bring up in you to a much higher level than that, and it's fantastic. I cannot say enough good things about this movie. I wasn't expecting it to scare me as much as it did, and I don't understand why I wasn't, because I have a friend on Facebook that is a man that watches all the horror all the time, and he was scared to death by this film, and he was like, well, I won't be sleeping for a while, and I was like, it can't be that bad. I watched it alone in the dark in my room on a computer with headphones. Well, I don't know what I was thinking, and there were a few times that I was like pulling. I actually had gotten a blanket because it wasn't even cold in here, because I was just like, so yeah, it was something else, and it's disturbing. I'm going to put it that way. I don't think I picked a good movie to review for the first time, because there's so much stuff I can't go into, because like I said, it really will spoil the movie for you, and I don't want to do that. So again, it's like I said, that's a vague interview, but if you like movies that are slightly disturbing, if you like psychological horror, if you like things like, well, I always see The Omen, kind of, but not. But if you like things where the creepiness starts out with the little kid, but then the little kid is not necessarily going to be the creepiness of the whole movie. Maybe, like, it's like it's not like anything I've ever seen before, and that's why I have so much trouble reviewing it. I've had so many people ask me, have you seen it? I'm like, yes, and they're like, well, what's it like? And it's like, it's not like anything I've ever seen before. And if any of you have watched it and can think of something it's like that maybe I haven't seen before, you know, let me know. Because I want to watch it. Definitely. But it's not like anything I have ever seen before. Maybe a modern day, really, really whacked out fairy tale from hell. I don't know. It is screwed up. That's all I know. But it is well written and well worth watching. You're not going to get cheeseball out of this film. It is really, really worth it. So if you like being scared, psychological horror with good characters that are developed characters that have real life problems, that mostly react in real life ways to situations. Mostly. I mean, it's horror, so they're gonna do some things that are horror type things, so you're gonna go, why did you do that? And you like the bad character to be something that you've never really seen before, then you'll like this movie. And so I give it 5 out of 5 stars, and I'm not Siskel and Ebert. Hopefully next week's will be a little better. This is an idea in progress. So enjoy, guys, and if you watch it, let me know down in the comments. If you have watched it, let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you think. And until next week, this has been my first stumbling attempt at the Saturday night movie review. Take care, guys. Blessed be. Bye.